in Twitchland. You see him right there. We got Deadhead Darter facing off against Barboy. It's going to be a FODL B contest now. Deadhead Darter from Taberg, New York. Last season finishing 4th in the FODL B. Throwing the 26-gram Design a Dark Thunder darts. Hashtag rather be golfing. Facing off against Barboy in Falls Church, Virginia. Last season was 2nd in FODL C. Throwing the 22-gram Red Dragon Peter Wright Mamba 2. Hashtag bar is open. Let's put up the standings for the FODL B division. Pretty important match for playoff seeding here coming up with this one. Deadhead Darter, 2 matches in hand over Cali Kid. Same number of matches as Bud the Chud. He's got a 13-point lead over Bud. Cali Kid's actually done there at 108. 11 is the maximum number of matches. So Cali Kid is done, sitting at 108. So Deadhead wants to get some points to stretch out the lead over Bud the Chud. Bud the Chud, 2 weeks left to try to make up 13-point deficit. Tough ask, but he is playing Pepe Le today. Barboy, on the other hand, he's right in the thick of kind of that bottom playoff contest. He's got a match in hand over Radar. So he looks to be pretty safely in those promotion playoffs. The question is, if he gets a big loss tonight, does that put him in the potential for the danger zone? Toaster, obviously, with that big win, moved up, and DJ is still sitting there with only 9 matches in his hand in 9 matches played, just 11 points behind as well. The bottom half, don't worry about the bottom half. Here's the schedule for the FODL B week so far. 7 mark is the throw to beat. A 2.63 cricket leg is the one to beat. 23 darter, 140 throw, and a 102 checkout. That's what the players are looking for the bonus points. Let's look at the statistics coming in for these 2 players. Deadhead is 8th in the FODL in MPR, 2.46 MPR. Very good. Barboy not far behind, 2.35. That is 3rd best in FODL B. Barboy missing less, but Deadhead hitting more of the big numbers, the treble bull percentage much higher there in favor of Deadhead. But both have played very solid cricket so far this season. Look at the legs won, 72 and 78%, because that's what you would expect if your MPR is that high compared to the rest of the division, to win 72 to 78% of the legs, not 40%. 501, Deadhead also cracks the top 10 in that. He's just a hair under 53 average. Barboy's good enough for 22, just a bit under 49. The scoring is pretty good for both, but it must be more steady efficiency from Deadhead Darter. He's won 69% of his legs. Nice. Barboy is still, though, won over half his legs as well. So both players seem to have good timing, know how to win the legs. Let's throw up the split view. The original match that we were going to have kicking off our contest is started in that FODL D. So you see the scoreboard at the top between Liberty and Darty South. I'm going to bring our player audio back into the mix here, and we can see if these players are ready to get their match started early. Barboy, Deadhead, you guys ready to get some darts in the air?
Let's throw some darts.
They sound ready to go, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you to Deadhead and Barboy for adjusting to the schedule change. Thank you again to all of you who have waited for live darts. You waited 50 minutes. Well, we've got them now. Deadhead Darter is on the left. Barboy is on the right. It is a B division matchup, which means 8 legs of darts, 2 cricket, 6 of 501, and Deadhead Darter has the darts first. Game on!
Too well, Barboy.
Yeah, shoot them all, man.
I Not Will, thanks for joining in the chat there. 320 is good start here from Deadhead. We got SYL13471 as well. You know, that's a username that's just a pain in the butt to read out loud. But thanks for joining us. Looks like a nice double 19 on that third dart for Barboy, so he's going to secure that 19 wedge for himself. Adon Mojica, 100 bits. Thank you so much for the bits. And again, thank you for everyone listening to my mindless rambles for the last 50 minutes as we waited to get some darts underway. Apologies to Darty South and Liberty for not getting their match shown. 2 20s from Deadhead to add some points. That fire alarm it took a little longer than anticipated to get cleared out. Just sill. Okay, just sill. Two 19s to match from Barboy, so each player off to identical starts on their respective wedges. If you're joining us for the first time, you're not sure how to play cricket. It's a pretty simple game. The object of the game is to get 3 of each number, 20 through 15, and the bowl. That looks like it is a close there from Deadhead. Nice third dart into the treble 19, so he does close up that wedge. If you close a wedge before your opponent does by hitting it 3 times, then you can score points. So with that miss there from Barboy, Barboy cannot score points. Deadhead has the option here to score points on the 20s because he has it closed and Barboy does not. Or move on to a new wedge, which looks like a great dart at the 18. That's 3 or 5. It's going to just be 3, so that first start just low with the treble, but now with 3 marks, Deadhead has closed off the 18s, and that forces Barboy to move to the 17s. The object of the game is to close out all the numbers and the bowl and have the most points. That's how you play cricket. 3 17s there from Barboy, so both players doing a good job closing wedges when they go to them. Deadhead's going to keep that up, it looks like, too. Oh, wow, was that first dart not in the treble? Oh, it's only 2. Must have been right next door into the 2 wedge. And that gives Barboy a chance to get some points on the board, and he's going to take advantage. Throwing 4 17s there, using the double again is Barboy to a very effective manner. Extends now a 66-point lead over Deadhead. Deadhead with a couple extra wedges closed. And 2 20s from Deadhead. Not enough to take the lead, so we'll see what Barboy does here. 26-point lead. Behind by 2 wedges. He is going to try to close. And he's going to find himself 2 20s there. I like RYO27 saying, Barboy with that keen berry entry angle. Just a single 20 from Deadhead, so door still open for Barboy. I would expect that he goes right back to 20s. He does. Does he move to 18? Oh, that could be a very big dart. It must be a trouble because he moved down. We're blocked by the flight. And it is! Huge darts from Barboy. Closes 20s, treble 18, single 17 as well to extend the lead. A huge 5 mark there from Barboy to flip this leg on its head. Deadhead all of a sudden having a hard time finding wedges. Just a single 16 there. Lorder plus McFlurpington. Good God, how am I supposed to read that on the first read? Just 2 16s from Barboy. Can't close it. Lord Dareplus McPlurfington. Lord Derpius McFlurpington. It took me 3 tries. I got there. That looks like 3 16s. Only 2 from Deadhead. So just enough to close. Barboy only needs 1 more in the 16s. Derpius McPlurfington. I'm reading it on my phone from a distance to the eye. Looked like an L. So Barboy will close off those 16s and tack on 115 as well. So Deadhead running out of wedges here. But only trailing by 23 points, so it's a pretty close leg. Oh, is that in the right side of the wire? I think that is. It is. 4 15s. Big shot from Deadhead. Gets some points on the board, cuts the lead to 8, and puts some pressure on Barboy. But Barboy up to the task. 2 very confident darts to close off the 15. Tack on a 17 as well to increase the lead to 25. And Deadhead going to need to do some work on the bowl. Still has 1 mark to close in the 17s as well. He went to do it on that 3rd dart there, but could not make it a bull race. So Barboy now options. Does he want points? Does he want to make it a bull race? He's going to go right for the bull. That looks like a fortunate miss, perhaps.
Miss.
Oh, it's actually a full miss. That dart did not slip into the 17. So back to Deadhead. There is the close. So it's a bull race now. Deadhead's going to need 4 bulls. Barboy's going to need 3. And And it looks like Deadhead is not going to find anything in the center there. So full-on bull race. Barboy needs 3. And looks like he got 1. Yep, just the 1. The third dart coming in a bit high. Snuck that one into the bottom of the bull segment. Deadhead, meanwhile, all around it, but cannot get it squared up. It's another miss from Deadhead. So Barboy now, 1 dart could do it. If it's a bullseye, needs 2. Now needs bullseye. Oh, that's another close dart. But it is outside. So back to Deadhead, still needing 4. There's a better dart. Much better turn there from Deadhead. Looks like 2 of them. So he's going to cut that 4 in half. And now both players needing 2 bulls. It's a bull off. Not there for Barboy. Can Deadhead steal back the leg needing 2 bulls? Oh, it's a brutal deflection on the third. It slips outside. The first was in. He only needs 1. Barboy still needs 2. Not finding it is Barboy. You can hear him saying he can't hit it. Back to Deadhead for just 1 bull this time. That looks good, and it is! Game shot in the leg to Deadhead Darter. A nice little bull race there, and what was a tight leg for the duration. Nice battle back and forth, but it is Deadhead finding the bulls with more precision, taking that first leg with the throw. Barboy will have the darts for the second leg of cricket. Game on. Oh, DeGrub showcasing the holiday emotes. I've been waiting for them. I've been waiting for the holiday emotes. That looks like 3 to start off for Barboy, so a good start again for him. And not a great start for Deadhead. He's just going to find a single. Definitely need to share this emote. As Barboy comes back with the single 20, single 19. So not too much damage done yet to Deadhead. And Deadhead not able to really capitalize on that opening. So Barboy with an early advantage here in this leg. That's a close start. I think it's in the 3. It's very close. Yeah, it's just a single 19. So slow start again here for both.
Are you effing kidding me?
And you can hear Deadhead doing the commentary for me. Sounded like myself, in fact. He's got a 1.0 MPR because he's found 119 each visit. Barboy, though, right next door here, still working to close in 3 darts, looking for 1, can't find it. So Deadhead, despite the slow start, not punished at all. And that looks like a big dart this time. It looks like a treble. And is that did he get a treble up there in the 20s? He did! A 6 mark from nowhere for Deadhead Darter. Treble 19, treble 20. And all of a sudden, he's in the lead. MPR back to where we would expect. And Barboy only able to find a single 18 this time.
Oh, you asshole.
And Deadhead back to talking to himself. A miss on the 18. So it's been a weird cricket session so far for these two. We mentioned that they came in first and third in cricket in the division. It's been a bit sloppy here in the early go of it. Perhaps the early start time having a bit of effect. Didn't get the expected warm-up, so maybe still getting a little loose. We'll have to see. Deadhead, meanwhile, is right next door with more darts and then clips a wire, because why not? Just getting taunted by the dart gods right now, and it's only a single 18 for him. Lucier C shot out and had 28 points in the Reddit Prediction League. Good job, Lucier C. There's a single 18 from Barboy, so he does close it. The way this leg is going right now, closing wedges is pretty impressive. And you can see it there as Deadhead, just needing 2, only finds 1. And now Barboy can try to score points. That's another close dart. It must be correct into the treble, and it is. So it is that treble 18 from Barboy, this time on the proper side of the wire. But Deadhead still has 19s open. That's a much better grouping there from Deadhead, and he immediately closes 18s as well. Solid visit there with the 3 marks. Actually, it's 5. 4 19s, not just 2, and an 18. So huge points and a close for Deadhead. And that forces Barboy to another wedge again. And once again, going to come up with only a single on that first attempt. I like the snowy crim face. That's a good one. 3 17s there from Deadhead, so back-to-back nice visits for him have opened up a bit of a lead now in this one as Barboy once again chasing around the board. And he's just going to find a single 16 once again. And Deadhead, big dart right there. Wow, it's only 5. I say that because those 2 darts are right next to the treble 15, but it's a treble 16 with the first. 2 solid 15s with the second and third. And Deadhead, again, really putting the pressure on Barboy now, who looks to be able to find 2 of the 15, but not enough to close. Deadhead looking for 1, and then he could move right to bull. There is that 1. He's going to miss outside of the bull target, but all wedges closed for Deadhead, and Barboy's got some work to do to catch up. Oh, here comes some bots into the chat. Banning those users as there's a miss from Barboy. Good dart from Deadhead. Can he finish? Oh, no. He might have finished it anyway. Oh, it's only 2. That other bull goes begging to the floor. Brutal deflection there. Was tracking towards the bullseye. There's some better darts from Barboy. 2 bulls for him here. Still, long way to go on this comeback trail. Deadhead just looking for 1 bull. That looks good to me. And it is. Game shot in the leg to Deadhead Darter, completing a sweep of the cricket portion there. Little bit of a rough start to that second leg. For both players, really, but Deadhead was able to pick it up, a big 6 mark to turn the tide, and he's going to be up 2-0 as we move it to 501. Both players probably happy to be moving to 501 after that cricket session. Deadhead will have the darts. Game on.
Yeah, very happy.
And we'll see how 501 fares for each player now. Liberty and Darty all level at 1 after each taking a leg of cricket. And that looks like a 41 start here for Deadhead. And Barboy going to come with a similar visit. He'll find a treble 1, though, so 43 to kick it off for him. Empire 3 is in the chat. Thanks for joining. Oh, that looks to be a 43 there from Deadhead. Just above the treble 20. Slipped all the way over to the 18, so saved a breakfast for me. That is a close second dart for Barboy, but it did slip, right into the treble 5, so 55 speed limit for him. And it's a pretty methodical start here again. 59 there, so Deadhead the first to keep 3 darts straight in this 501 portion. Looks like Barboy will be the first to find the proper treble.
Jesus.
Oh, but he can't back it up with anything. Just 70 scored for Barboy. Couple rough darts into the 5 after that good first one. Will be disappointed with that visit after the way it started. A 40 scored from Deadhead, so continuing just to kind of move along. You see he's wearing the hoodie, or at least a sweatshirt of some kind. Maybe taking a page out of Dilly Dilly's book. As that might be a breakfast. Nope, it's a 28 saved by the treble 1. DJ Mike Hughes predicting it's FODL merch. It might be a Deadhead sweatshirt.
Not yet. It's a t-shirt.
It's a t-shirt. Not yet, he says. Looked like a decent cover dart, but was, again, just above the wire for Deadhead, so 40 more for him. DJ Mike Hughes says it's probably merch customized to say handicap champion because I never sent the trophy. Yeah. There's a 28 from Barboy. If I do ever send it, I'll have to wait for the next winner and just address a second envelope and include it so he can just take a photo and send it along. There's some big darts from Deadhead. He heard handicap and got excited. 140 for Deadhead. Big shot there. And Barboy not going to be able to match him.
Geez.
Rough visit again for Barboy. Just unlucky 13. He's found treble 1 4 times and a treble 5 once in this leg. Deadhead is on 138. And it's off.
You asshole.
Now, looks like a 28 for Deadhead there. See if Barboy can find a big score, get to finishing position. I love the festive and it's off. I think it would look great with the snow. I do kind of like the Rudolph face, though. Looks good. 55 from Barboy, so not to a finish yet. Deadhead requires 110. Can't tell if second dart was a single or treble there. It's just 28, so actually both single 4s. Barboy still, though, looking to get to finishing position. Looks like it's 64. So he's going to do it. Put a little pressure on Deadhead. It requires 82. One for tops. Oh, slips to the left. Good effort there from Deadhead. Was very close to that bullseye on the first. Still, found himself 42. Had a dart at it. Barboy requires 145. It's going to be off.
Unbelievable.
Oh, looks like just 40 scored. Tough deflection there for Barboy, and 40 is what Deadhead looks for. He's going to find it there on that first dart. Game shot and the leg to Deadhead Darter. Topsy wants, Topsy gets. Another rough leg for the competitors here, but the 140 making the difference in that one for Deadhead, and tidy finishing at the end of it. 3 on the trot now for Deadhead to start it off. Barboy trying to get on track with the darts. Game on. Pitts 2 subscribing for 27 months. Thank you very much, Pitts 2. Oh, there's the snowy and it's offs. Now that I look at it, I think I might like the Rudolph one better. There's a 59 better start here for Barboy. They're both good. They're both very good. I think From a distance, looking at my phone, the Rudolph one is better. 55 to kick it for Deadhead. Darty South taking that first leg of 501, so he'll be up now 2-1. And looks to be a 40 for Barboy. So Barboy right now maybe fighting the throw a bit. Yet to really find the rhythm. We've seen in the past, Barboy tends to have some pretty good high-scoring visits. There's a nice 85 from Deadhead. I mentioned in the pregame that Deadhead appeared to be the more steady, consistent player, and that showed there in that first leg. A lot fewer of the low scores for Deadhead.
Get in the trouble.
There's a nice grouping from Barboy, but all right above. Pretty gross there. Not rewarded for a couple very good darts. Only 60 scored. DJ trying to resub, but he can't. That looks like 59 from Deadhead, so keeping the steady darts going. DJ, if you're using Prime and your Prime sub ended today, it won't let you sub back until tomorrow. So it makes you take 1 day without it. I don't know why, but that's what I've found.
I mean,
wow, look at that. Another 60 from Barboy. I mean, 2 darts right above, 1 dart right below. Deadhead's going to miss all around the desired targets as well for 54. Well, still, this is a much better leg already, even though neither player found the big treble with too much regularity. Much better groupings. As that looks to be 41 this time for Barboy. 43, actually. He'll find that treble 1. And is that into the proper treble? Nope. 43 for Deadhead. Still, steady scores. No bad visits yet. That's going to be another 41 from Barboy, so he'll be under 200 first here. Fireman says, imagine if we had all the emotes during the PDC today. Would be a lot of eye rolls. Yes, there would have been, and that is just a 22. Roadhouse the hard way for Deadhead. See if Barboy can get to a finish first. There he goes. That looks like a ton from Barboy. Found the treble. Finally. Took him a lot of darts to do it, but he got it in there. And that's going to put some pressure on Deadhead to find a nice visit to catch up. And that looks like a good cover shot from Deadhead. 67 there to salvage that visit. Barboy first, 98. Got a dart at tops.
Got it.
And he's going to find the 98 checkout. Game shot and the leg to Barboy. Out of nowhere, he comes in with a ton and then a 98 finish to take out 198 in 6. Great darts from Barboy and a quality finish as well to get him on the board, put the brooms away. Deadhead Darter will have the darts here in the 5th leg. Game on. Unfortunately for Barboy, Toaster took out a 102 yesterday, so no bonus point, but a great checkout. Nonetheless, there's a 45 to start for Deadhead Darter. 98 bits in the chat from DJ MyQ. Thank you, DJ. Cali Kid says, all right. All right, all right, all right. And it looks like another 43 from Barboy. Cali Kid said, what was that setup, though? It was DeGrubs matches with 98 bits of zone. I think the first art was just a totally yanked 4. I don't think he was going for 18s on it. Maybe he was. If so, then feel free to throw the eye rolls out there. 81 there from Deadhead.
Yeah, that first one was going for triple 20.
Yeah, it was just a yoked 4. But great recovery on the second dart there. Speaking of recoveries, that was a pretty wide spread of darts, but 73 finding treble 20 on the third. So it looks like both players getting it going here. maybe they've settled in now that we've got a couple legs under our belt. That was kind of their normal warm-ups, maybe. That's a nice turn from Deadhead Darter. 1-2-1. Big darts for him there as I got the hiccups all of a sudden. Oh, gosh, I can't stop. Big darts from Deadhead. He's off to an 82 first 9. Nice answer from Barboy. He'll find a ton as well. So here we go. Now these players are showing why they are in the top half of the FODL B division. Starting to heat up. Nice grouping from Deadhead. Only going to be worth 60, but solid darts there. Author asking if Barboy is related to DJ Mike Hughes based on the photo with the flow. With the flow. 55 there from Barboy. So not to finish yet. Deadhead will have the first opportunity to get to one. Oh, just 26. Not going to do the trick for Deadhead. Barboy sits at 230. Might have found a trouble with the third. 81 will put Barboy on a finish first. Deadhead is on a bogey of 168. Wow, a 11 from Deadhead. Yo! Barboy 149. And it's off. By the way, for that 11, run yourself to the nearest casino, socially distance yourself from others, wear a mask, possibly gloves, bring some hand sanitizer, find the roulette table in the middle of the casino, black 11's in the middle of the table, bet it, spin it, and win it. It's free money. 30 scored from Barboy. Deadhead requires 157. It's going to be off here, right next door with that first start. Looks to just be 36 there for Deadhead. Barboy requires 119. It'll be off as well. And it appears he'll be left on 81. Deadhead going to try to take out a big finish here, 121. So 57 scored from Deadhead. Barboy just took out 98. He has another chance for a medium checkout 101 here. Oh, right next door.
Hold on a second.
So apologies, Barboy was actually on 81 there. I had misscored his previous turn.
Is that low?
That looks like it's in the 2 on the third dart. So 45 left for Barboy. Deadhead 64. Double 16. Oh no! Deflects off the barrels and into the 7. Disaster for Deadhead as that leaves him with a cleanup job. Barboy looking to clean up as well, 45. Double 16 for him.
Got it.
He's going to clean up well. Game shot and the leg to Barboy. A little bit ugly for both there on the finishing, but Barboy, after missing a big number, recovers nicely to find the double. It's now 3-2 in favor of Deadhead, and just like that, we're back on throw. Barboy has the darts. Game on. The chat pretty quiet.
Oh my god.
I must have looked away. A dart maybe fell out there. 65 must have been a dart falling out. Brutal for Barboy. 60 on the floor, says Congra. Rough start.
Oh, fuck.
Speaking of rough starts, just 30 for Deadhead. Cali Kid rooting for Deadhead here. He does not want Barboy creeping up on him in the standings.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no, Barboy goes a little low on the 19, so just 40 scored. I'm not really sure what the chat's on about. I'm just ignoring everything. There's a 59 from Deadhead. Darty South now up 3-1 over Liberty. I believe that is an 80. It might just be 35. It is 80, so did sneak one of those darts into treble 20. Was very close. This time, fortunate to be on the correct side of the wire.
How's that for dark?
As Deadhead, well, he saves me from a breakfast. Unlucky 13 there for him. It's been a weird match so far, as that might be the breakfast. And it is a breakfast! And as we do here in the FODL, let's see, First Online Dart League, we ask you, the viewing audience, an official breakfast question. 41 from Deadhead. I don't see your dad's GF in the chat, so I will ask a opinion-related darts question. What was your favorite match of the day today in the Worlds? Hopefully most of you watched. Let me know. Who was your favorite match and why? That is your official breakfast question. Just a 30 there from Barboy.
Oh, come on.
Jules Echo immediately says, not Duzza and Diogo. No kidding. There's a 60 maybe from Deadhead. Yeah, it is 60. Snuck them all in there.
Wow.
Nice recovery on the second there from Barboy. So looks to be 81. Going to leave him a bit outside checkout position. The Rose, Smith, Doby, Lisa Ashton's match, another Doby match. Anybody saying anything besides Doby's silencer is wrong? Here's some big darts from Deadhead, 81. The Doby match just for the crim anger. The match was way closer than it should have been, but, you know, that's darts sometimes. There's a 45 from Barboy, so he'll get to a finish. We'll see if Deadhead can share in that enjoyment and get to a finish of his own.
Nope.
Well, just 41 will be just a bit outside. Barboy requires 134. It's off. And with 44, he'll set himself up on an even 90. Deadhead 176. Let's see if he can pressure. $44 for Deadhead. So, I mean, a little bit of pressure applied to Barboy here, who requires 90. Oh, wow. Tried to go with the crim-approved math. Slipped into what looks like the 1. So he'll be left on 54. Deadhead requires 132. And it's off. Just 28 scored from Deadhead. Barboy 54. The Rascal. Outside, Rascal with a preliminary no to Barboy. Deadhead with a shot from 104. So, unfortunate, just 40 scored for Deadhead. They're going to be left on 64. Barboy requires the Rascal. Double 5. Very safe with the first double 5. Very aggressive with the second. He goes inside. So he'll have to clean up. Will he get a chance? Deadhead requires 64. Same as before, double 16. Oh, and he nearly does the same thing. This time he hits double 7. So that's going to be 46 scored to leave double 9. Barboy requires 5. Looking for double 2. Not going to find the double 2. Deadhead now also needs to clean up. Double 9. All outside for Deadhead. Double trouble here for both players. Barboy, double 2. He's going to find it on the first. Game shot. And the leg to Barboy. Just like that, he answers with 3 on the trot of his own. And we are all level, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go back to Deadhead Darter with the darts here in the 7th leg. Game on. Ashton's match was close, but not like good, says the Kilf. That's another rough start for Deadhead, just 23. Grub says if there's only a podcast segment to help with dart math. Lord Derpius McPlurfington rooting for Barboy. So we got a Barboy fan in the chat there. 24 to start for Barboy. Oh, helium dots! Did I say it right? 60 there for Deadhead Darter, so back on track on that second visit. And 60 to match from Barboy. So both players have done a good job pacing each other throughout the match. Some ups and downs, but overall been pretty close throughout. That might be a 83 from Deadhead, and it is. Everybody hates the helium darts comment. It was funny the first time. There's a 45 from Barboy. As Darty South completes a 5-1 win over Liberty Fires at the top of your screen. 60 there from Deadhead. So off to last 9 a lot better. After his rough start. Barboy's still trying to find traction in this leg. Only 47 there. Magic Wizard Pinball joining in. Hola. Wow. Close starts from Deadhead. Looks to be only 60 again. Getting a little bit of the Barboy wire treatment there.
Unfreaking believable.
Wow. 2 in the treble 5 to start. He almost put it in the treble 1 too, but a great third to score 90. Was a fake 9 mark there. That's a great looking third dart from Deadhead. Somehow he snuck that in there. The question is, it 81 or 121? It is 121. Big shot from Deadhead again. Gets him all the way down sub 100. Barboy with a nice third dart as well, finding a... Oh, it's just a 60. Thought it was a ton. Just above. Deadhead requires 94. Oh, 2 for tops here.
Oh, no, that's not it.
Oh, it's not in. Wow, that's right next door also.
Oh, fucking kidding me.
Oh, no, then he finds double 16 on the third.
bust, right?
Oh, he busted. Oh, so he did hit treble 20 with the second dart. So he was looking for double 8. He busts 94. Oh my gosh, disaster for Deadhead. And now Barboy has a chance to pressure. Jules Echo, get your fail of the week pen ready. There's a 41 from Barboy, so he is on a finish. Deadhead another crack at 94. Well, he can't bust this time. Looks like he'll be left on 56. Barboy 134.
Nope.
And it's off. But a great third dart there from Barboy to score 81. Pressure now applied to Deadhead, 56. Tops. Oh, no.
Ah, you suck.
Well, he hit the 3. Not bad, actually. 20 score to leave him on double 18. Barboy requires 53. He's missed a big number now.
Whoa.
Oh, and he's going to bust, taking no lessons from this morning or the Crim himself. He busts it. Deadhead now, 36. Oh, boy. Ugly first. Ugly second. Ugly third. Oh, no. Oh, it must have been a double one, actually. He was going for double 17. I see it now. So not as bad as I thought with the second and third dart. But unfortunate next door. Barboy this time hits the 13. He needs tops. Oh, no. And now he's going to slip into the 1. Just disaster everywhere. Deadhead 34. Okay, he's gone next door again. This time the Menser now. Double 14. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my gosh.
17.
17 remaining. 1 dart in hand.
And I bust.
And he's just going to bust it. You know what? Might as well just bust it at this point. Back to Barboy requires 39. Double 16.
Oh.
Just outside for Barboy. Deadhead still alive in this leg. Requires 34. Deciding what he wants to do with the cleanup. There's the 1. Smart play there. Going to leave himself double 8 if he returns. Barboy looking for double 16.
Oh, my
All low for Barboy. So back to Deadhead. Double 8. That is a good-looking dart, and it is in there. Game shot on the leg to Deadhead Darter, perhaps saving us all from what was just a showcase of how not to finish by both players there. Neither player wanted the leg. Hey, we only got 1 more to go. Barboy's going to have the darts trying to make it a draw. Game on. Oh, boy. The podcast segment for the criminal. Just fire up that footage and let me rant for 10 minutes. Beautiful start from Barboy, though. Big starts here. 140 to kick it off. Congra says he's confused and angry. Just a showcase of what not to do. Deadhead says 140 is good, but I'll start with 70. It's half of that. A couple errors there from both players, really. There's a 30 score to follow up the 140. Biggest, thing, you got to be careful with those numbers like 49 going for the 17, because if you hit the treble, you will bust. You go for 9 and you hit the treble, you at least have an out. Nice third dart from Deadhead, 85.
45.
Oh, 45. That's only a good third dart then. Tongra says that was like watching Deadhead 10 putt from 5 feet. 45. Wait a minute. Can we get gimmies in this game? Can I just set up a double and just take a gimme? I feel like I would win a lot more legs if that was the case. Kind of like I would make a lot more birdies if I could just take 6-footers as gimmies too. There's a 41 from Deadhead. Who am I kidding? When am I ever 6 feet away from for birdie?
Oh my god. Wow, 7.
7 scored. Surgical 7 from Barboy.
That's how you use a 140.
DeGrubs wants mulligans. There's a 60, I think, from Deadhead. It is Liberty with the pure fire. When are you ever on a double to get a gimme? It's just so cuts deep, man. That looks like another decent turn from Barboy. It is an 85. Yeah, he found trouble with that first dart. Well, hopefully when I'm in FODL C next year, I'll get on doubles a lot. There's a nice visit from Deadhead. He'll find a 100. I definitely wasn't about to say 140. Thought it was 140, but only a ton. Raj just threw a 4.0 cricket leg. That's impressive. Nice 58 from Barboy to get him on a finish. Deadhead gonna get to 1 as well. That looks like it might be 85 in there. Set up a nice even ton. Barboy 136. It is it's off.
That's an 8. 9.
That's a 9. 9
Don't let me forget that
times.
extra 1.
Deadhead requires 100. Keep it away from the treble. Oh my goodness. It was closer than he wanted. But he scores 60. Barboy requires 127. Oh no. That is going to elicit some eye rolls in the chat. Looks like he'll be left on 55 as Barboy. Deadhead looking for tops. That is not a great first dart. Back to the Rascal. Oh, it's very close. It is very close, and it's outside. Rascal saying no. Barboy looking for 55 to force the draw. 2 for tops. Rascal for him. No, Rascal certainly says no to that one. Both players on the Rascal. Deadhead first. Double 10. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? Those darts aren't in. Outside, unbelievable. Can't get any closer. Barboy, double 10. He's inside double 5. Outside double 5. Rascal being stingy. Deadhead another crack. Double 10.
Jesus Christ, Dean.
Oh my goodness.
Third dart.
That one is in there. Game shot on the leg to Deadhead Darter. Rascal finally says yes, and Deadhead is going to take a 5-3 victory in this one. It was a battle and a grind for both. We saw some great moments, and we saw some memorable
Did we
moments
did we
as
see any
well.
great moments? I don't know.
Certainly some memorable things of your nightmares, perhaps. But
Yeah. All right.
overall,
Cool.
got it done. We're going to start our post-game interview here with Barboy. Barboy, you're shaking your head. Not certainly your best showing here. I mean, not your worst either. Really, just some ups and downs there. Did the early start have any effect, do you think, on your play this evening?
So when I was practicing earlier today, I was throwing great, and so I think incorrectly assumed that I could be ready to go quickly. But as we saw from those opening cricket legs, I needed some more practice time, so that was not the right thing to do.
Yeah, it seemed to be a slow start, and then you guys started to find the groove a little bit. You know, you in particular, you found yourself down 3-0. Then you came back, you had the nice 98 checkout to get it started, and it seemed that for a moment you looked to be settled in, and then you kind of lost it again. What do you think was the root cause of the little bit more inconsistency we saw from you this evening?
So those 3 games that I won, even in them, I felt like I was wiring so many triple 20s, and I was getting pretty frustrated in my head about it. And then the last 2, I just kind of lost it. My arm was going all over the place. And you guys saw I was going for triple 20 and hit a 4. So it was just one of those where I think I felt going really well, but I just wasn't being rewarded for it and got too frustrated.
Yeah, and the frustration, especially when you're seeing close start after close start after close start, when you are struggling a bit, I can attest. It's no fun for that at all. And speaking of what I can attest to, Barboy, you're going to finish off the season against yours truly. What are you looking forward to in that matchup?
So my goal the whole season was to not be relegated, and I feel pretty confident that I'm not going to be relegated. I would love to make the playoffs. I have no aspirations of going to A next season, but I'm hoping for a 4-4 tie. I think it'll be nice for you, nice for me, and then we'll all be happy.
Well, we will see aspirations about being relegated. Yeah, I had those thoughts as well when the season started. Barboy, I'm looking forward to it next week. I guess we'll probably end up playing before that holiday starts anyway, so looking forward to it next week, Barboy.
Yeah, and Crim, you busted my bracket. I had you in second place in total at the beginning of the season. So, screw you, man.
Well, don't pick someone to win that has a 9% double out percentage. That's my advice to you. Let's go over to Deadhead Darter. Deadhead, mad compliments on the shirt to start out. Everybody loving the shirt. Oh, yeah, that thing looks sick. The logo is amazing. Looks incredible. Let's talk about the match for you. I'm going to ask with the same first question. Early start, earlier than we anticipated. Did that have any effect on the game for you?
No, I played Slinger earlier, about an hour and a half before, and played outstanding and warmed up good. And then once the camera comes on, I suck.
Well, we've seen ups and downs from you kind of all season. It's been a weird season for you because you're in first, and you've had matches where you've been up in the 60 range, and we've seen you throw the darts we know you can throw, and then you've had some of the kind of the rough matches. But what I take away from all of it is that you seem to find a way, no matter what, to come away with the leg wins. What is it, do you think, that helps in those situations on nights like tonight where you're not throwing your best game, but you're still able to dig down deep and find the leg wins that you need to at the end of the day?
I don't know. We both weren't throwing our best, though we were both right in it. So just whoever gets there first. So.
And whoever gets there first and then misses wrong enough times eventually gets it in the way tonight went. Deadhead.
And then they finally hit it.
Exactly, right? Give you enough chances and it'll go in. You're going to finish off your season with Radar. Looking at the standings, you are pretty much safe, I would say, to be promoted to FODL A. So you won't have too much on the line, but you could play a little bit spoiler. Could play a little bit of spoiler for Radar. What are you looking forward to in finishing up your FODL B campaign here?
I'd like to put a good match together. Yeah, if I can spoil it, that'd be nice, but I won't be an A for long, so.
Well, I wasn't in B for long either, Deadhead. Deadhead, it's been a great season for you.
I don't want to go that low.
Great season so far. 5-3 win tonight. It was a grind, but you were able to get some legs under your belt. If I don't talk to you next week, enjoy your holiday. Be safe, everything with that. And good luck the rest of the way.
Yeah.
And ladies and gentlemen, an interesting match there. Interesting match. let's watch a video. Well, ladies and gentlemen, check out the FODL merch store, www.fodartleague.com/store. That's www.fodartleague.com/store. Get your FODL merch. You can get a sick shirt like the one that Deadhead was wearing with a logo. Carruthers is able to customize the logo a bit for you, so special requests can be made, or you can choose the logo of one of your favorites. From the site itself, there's holiday ornaments as well. Hats, t-shirts, koozies, patches, all of it there. Check out the FODL merch store. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be back here with more darts on a unique darts night on Twitch so far this evening. It's Thomas, a.k.a. The Criminal. Do not go anywhere. We'll be back with more darts here with the first online dart league. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the FODL Darts Night on Twitch here on a Wednesday with Thomas, a.k.a. The Criminal, in the booth. One more match for you for what was a triple header that became a delay, that became a double header, and now it's a double header, and it's like early instead of late. That's what we're doing tonight on a Wednesday. Appreciate everybody who's stuck with us. Still got 32 viewers. Let's meet the players for our next match. You see him right there. It's a FODL A contest in this one. The Nooch facing off against the Train. The Nooch from Long Beach, California. Last season finished third in FODL A, throwing the 23-gram Unicorn Ando Phase 3 darts. Hashtag Noochalicious. The Train from Okotoks, Alberta. Fourth in FODL A last season. 22-gram Darts Corner Squadrons for him. Hashtag Off My Tracks. Let's take a look at your FODL A standings to see what is on the line in this one. It's another doozy of a standing sheet. Left Hand Hooligan and King Raj at this point have separated themselves from the pack, and Left Hand was already playing in his match currently right now. They've separated themselves, so they're looking almost certainly to finish top two without an absolute disaster. But look at the playoff picture. DeGrubs, Surgeon, Dilly, Nooch, Slinger, and to some extent maybe the Train, though he's a bit back and maybe should be considered in the other category. But really, big match here for the Nooch. He's got a match in hand over Dilly, Slinger, and Surgeon, but they're all very close in points. And of course, you want to try to finish in that top 3 to 4 range at least, so you get at least the darts in the first round of the playoffs. And you know, maybe it's important also to finish in third to avoid having to play Left Hand Hooligan in the playoffs, though I'm not sure if that's any better than having to play King Raj. Wow, FODL A. Glad I'm not in that division anymore. Looking at the Train, though, this is a huge match for the Train. He does have a match in hand over Author and Lasercat, who are trailing him, but if he is not able to get a lot of legs tonight and takes a big one-sided loss, he could actually be in the potential relegation zone. So huge match for Train. Probably needs to get, I would say, at least 3 legs here. If he gets 3, he should be relatively safe. But absolutely for Train, just cannot find a whitewash for him. Let's excuse me, look at the schedule for the matches so far in FODL A. These bonus points are going to be tough to beat. 9 mark for Cricket, 3.28 Cricket leg, and actually Raj throwing right now had a 4.0. So that's going to change as of today. So 4.0 Cricket leg. Hooligan with a 19 darter, Slinger with a 171, Left Hand Hooligan with 100. Checkout. That is the bonus point situation. And let's look at some stats now. The Nooch and the Train, both top 10 in cricket. Nooch at number 2 in all of the FODL. Train is good enough for 7th. 2.86 for Nooch, 2.5 for Train. Nooch has just missed less. That's the big difference there. He's also scored a bit more. So Lower miss percentage, under 30%, very good. 22% on the trebles and bowls, also very good. I mean, 4.3% 7 marks is huge. However, Nooch has only been able to win 61% of his legs. Train is in 7th. Lower numbers across the board in the scoring, and he's only won 44% of his legs so far. Opponents throwing relatively equally. In 501, again, both players in the top 10. Nooch is 3rd at a 62.37. Can you believe how far the FODL has come? 62.3 is 3rd best. Now in the lead, Train is 8th best at a 55.25. Nooch is averaging a 69 first 9. Nice. Compared to Train's 61, and just generally scoring and finishing a little bit better than the Train. Nooch has been able to also win over half of his legs despite playing against higher competition. So we'll have to see what happens in this match. Looks like King Raj is winning 7-0 over Lasercat. So maybe only fewer legs are needed than what I had said for Train, but I'm sure he still wants to get as many on there as he can. Let me bring up the actual proper scoreboard for them, and I'll bring my player audio back in. Players, are you guys ready to get this A Division match underway?
Yes, sir. You do it, criminal.
All right, both of our players are ready to go. I know the chat is ready for actual live darts again. We got the Nooch on the left. The Train is on the right. A Division matchup, so 9 legs of darts coming at you. 2 of cricket, followed by 7 of 501. Looks like Nooch has won the bowl, so he will be throwing first. Game on!
Shoot him well, Train. Shoot well, man.
And a perler of a first start for the Nooch. He'll start with a 5-mark round, 420s, blaze it, and a single 19. And Nooch also wearing the sleeves. It is winter after all out there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just going to turn off the King Raj Lasercat match. It's 8-0, and I don't think we need to see the last leg to know what happens. There is a single 19 from Train. It's a bit of a rough start for him. Dart missing low there. And next door treble for Nooch, but still 2 19s, able to close it. And as we expect from the Train, he moves right over to the 17 wedge, where he's going to start off with 2. So yet to close a wedge so far is Train. Nooch, another great dart into the treble 18. Oh, but he can't find anything down under, so just that treble 18 for the Nooch. Still, good start for him. Better darts here from Train now, as he really grouped all those in the same hole, basically. Unfortunately, all singles, but enough to actually take the point advantage. But Nooch immediately shuts down the scoring. However, again, cannot find anything with the second and third dart. But 3 extra wedges closed, so Train is going to try to open up a new wedge. He's only going to find 2 15s. Looks like Nooch is going to go right to 16, and it's another treble for Nooch. 4 marks again, treble 16. Single 15. Nooch has just been hitting a treble with every visit. Unfortunately, his other darts are not so great, but he's throwing basically 1 perfect dart around, and that's going to be pretty good. Train with a miss there, not having his best leg, and it's going pretty quick in favor of the Nooch here. 2 15s to close. He'll probably go right to the bowl. He'll actually stay for 1 more. Oh, he still did need to take the lead back, so I don't blame him. He's got the lead now. And Train's going to try to, move around. That's not a bad turn from Train. 5 mark for him. 15's closed. 18's closed. Single 19. Yeah, he's kind of in a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation, so might as well try to close, I guess. Nooch going to start off with 1 bull. He'll just be needing 2 more. And Train now is going to the bull. He'll miss into the 20. Nooch looking for just 2. Well, he'll still be looking for 2 as he's all around it there, not able to close it off yet. So Train technically alive still. And it is going to be a single bowl there from the Train. Didn't miss any other fortunate misses, so Nooch just looking for 2 bowls here. There's one. Can't follow it there. Will find a stray 16 just to pad the lead a bit. Train still with a lot of work to do. Both players kind of struggling on the bowl there. Train is going to knock in a second here, but Nooch just needs 1 bowl. He's going to find it on that first start. Game shot in the leg to the Nooch with the bullseye. Takes it down. A solid 2.7 MPR. Had a lot of room to even be better than that. But Train was never really able to find his traction in that one. Train has the darts in the second leg of cricket. Game on. I guess Laser is taking the last leg, maybe because I turned it off. Sorry, bad author. I already turned it off. It's gone. Not going back. That looks like just... Oh, it looks like we're showing 501 on the scoreboard there. And there's the fix for a Train. So now it's on cricket and 2 marks in the 20. And then author anyway says, no, Raj took it. It's fine. Another 5-mark, identical start for the Nooch. Blaze at 420s. First start perfect in the treble. And a single 19 as well. So Nooch, relentless pressure early. And that looks like just the 20 to close from Train. So Nooch will be off and running with the lead again. You see 2 scoreboards up at the top. I expected those matches would kind of be going already, but they're not yet, I guess. About to start off any second. As 2 19s and an 18 from Nooch. We see Triple T facing off Doughboy. That's a FODL C match. And Pepe Lay and Bud the Chud in a FODL B one. Huge match for Pepe to try to stay out of that auto relegation zone. 3 17s for Train. So he'll close off his favorite wedge. And this is eerily similar to the first leg. Oh, but this time it's huge. It's a 6-mark round for Nooch. Treble 18, he was able to find something down under this time, closing off the 17s. And forcing Train again. And Train once more only able to find a 15. Not really much he can do. Nooch is just hitting trebles like it's nothing. And right on cue, how about another 5-mark for the Nooch? 5 16s. The MPR up to a 4.8 right now. Train is going to do well to close off the 15s with a treble, put some points on the board, but that's all. So Nooch will need to close 15s and take 3 bowls. He'll close 15s with a nice grouping there, so just like that, 18 darts gone, and it's a bowl contest. Once again, Train is really just looking to move on, probably. Nooch needs 3 bowls. That looks like a bullseye. Oh, but the third is outside, so not yet, and the 15 doesn't help, but it is a bullseye for the Nooch. Train is going to hit a bowl as well, but it's elementary here. Nooch just needs 1. And he's going to find it on that first start. Game shot on the leg to the Nooch. An impressive leg of cricket 4.0 for the Nooch. Just a treble machine, and in an instant, he's up 2-0. Now we're moving on to 501. Nooch has the darts. Game on. King Raj joining the chat, fresh off a 9-0 whitewash of Laser Cat. And Nooch right back to his old tricks. There's a ton. So we're going to have to go to the micro points to see who earned that bonus between Raj and Nooch, because each had a 4.0. 60 to start from Train. Excuse me. Well, the first kind of poor visit we've seen of the whole match, really, from Nooch, just a 42 there. And we'll see if Train can find his way here in 501. There looks to be a 41 in his second visit. chat pretty quiet, all things considered, how impressive that match was. There's a 58 for Nooch, so off to a decent first 9, 67. It was just over. If you walked away to get a drink, it was just over, just like that. And speaking of things that are over, there's a breakfast from the train, and no longer do I have to sweat if there will be a breakfast in this match. There is a breakfast from train, single 5, single 20, and a single 1. And as we do here in the FODL, we always ask an official breakfast question. And I asked your favorite match of the day in the Worlds. Well, now you can let me know your least favorite match. It was an easy one for me, but maybe you have a different opinion. What was your least favorite match today? Another 41 from train. Let me know. That's your official breakfast question. As that's just a 30 from the Nooch, so slowing down a bit after the hot start. Immediately King Raj says Duzza. Dave Little Toaster says Duzza. 43 from train right next door on the cover. Congra says every match that Martle called. DeGrub says Duzza. Well, there's some big darts from Nooch. That looks like a 125. Thought it might even been a ton 40. So he is going to be on a finish. And Train is looking for a treble there. I think he found one this time, 85. So maybe that helps get some going. 106 for Nooch. Double 18. Oh, right outside the double 18. Nooch was taking lessons from today's matches. Went for the 6-10 split. Proper darts there. Had a great effort at the double 18 just outside, but he will return. 45 from Train. Gets him to a finish, but Nooch requires 36. Just inside double 9. Inside the double 9, so not yet for Nooch. Train 160. And it's off. Wow, that is a brutal deflection for the Train as that dart kicked all the way to the 5, so just 44. Nooch got to clean up 9. Now double 2. Outside, so not there yet. Train now threatening 116. It's on.
I can't believe I messed that up.
What?
I thought I had 46.
Nooch requires 4. And Nooch in the madhouse, not able to finish. Train has to clean up 30. Oh, wow. And he did it on the first start. What is life? Game shot in the leg to the Train. Oh, my God, it hurts my soul. Train had a run for the 116 and then thought he had 46 left and threw it the 6 to leave 30, but somehow he able to clean it up, and he takes the leg. That's darts. Train's now got the darts in the second leg of 501. Game on. The chat blasted with eye rolls. Some of the most eye rolls I've ever seen for a single throw in my life. People saying, "The fuck? What? Wow. Triple 20. Single 4? Canada. Miscount. No justice. Sometimes the wrong thing works." Oh, boy. And that's just a brutal loss for Nooch. Nooch was throwing a great leg in there. He had a chance for a big finish and just could not find the double. And it's really just a steal and just really a twist of the knife from Train to steal it in the fashion he did. So Nooch going to have to try to shake that off and bounce back because he had all the momentum there. We'll see if there's a shift. There's a 60 from Train. King Raj says Train, the special one. Congra says F the effing maths. Kilf says every double is the same size. Dave Little Toaster says we want more eye rolls. There's a 40 from Nooch. Liberty says everyone's the same size, so just go up and hit it. I'll put in more because I don't think it got enough. There is a 47 this time from Trey. That was we've had some interesting fail of the week candidates. That one's up there. As that's just a Yo 11 from Nooch, so Nooch maybe is trying to shake off the end of that leg and refine his rhythm. Just a breakfast from Train, so he asked your least favorite match of the day. No doubt in my mind, the Deza one was the worst. There's a better visit from the Nooch. Looks like 81. No, actually, excuse me, 66. Great dart here from Train. Oh, had a chance for the max. Maybe had to move over a bit, but it's a 121 for the Train there. Huge darts as he opens up a bit of a lead in this one with Nooch struggling a bit. Just a breakfast from the Nooch, so Train, no pressure on him to try to set up from 171. $59 from Train. Toaster asking if there's any cricket legs in consideration for fail of the week. What are you saying, bud? You saying my leg should be in there? Might be 85 from Nooch this time. It's only 70. Wow, right next door again. Train 112. Not going to finish this time. Was really looking forward to him splitting 32. And it's another 66 for Nooch. One good dart and the other just a bit wayward. Train 74. He's got one dart for tops.
Whoa.
It's way high. Helium dart. Let's see if Nooch can put some pressure on. 45 there from Nooch. Gets him to a finish, but Train sits on 40. The rascal. Double five. Oh no, insides all the way around from Train. Can we see a repeat of last leg? Nooch requires 132. Well, he'll set himself up with 92 scored there, 4 tops. Train, can he clean up 5? Double 2. Madhouse.
Yeah.
Wow, he can find it on the third. Game shot in the leg to the Train. Getting out of the Madhouse just in time. Last dart in hand, right as Nooch was able to find something and set up the double. Just like that, we are level at 2. Believe it or not, Nooch will have the darts to try to bounce back here. Game on. And speaking of bouncing back, Pepe Le has taken the first leg off of Bud the Chud. There's a 58 there for the Nooch. So Nooch got to settle back in here. He had a great rhythm going. It can be tough sometimes when you miss a lot of doubles. You just kind of tighten up a bit. It can be hard to find the rhythm you had. Again, there's a 43 from Train. But I anticipate he'll be able to turn it around. He was already showing signs in that last leg. Yeah, that's a nice 60. So much better start. A little cleaner start here from the Nooch than this one. Ario27 says he had hit the Crim eye roll emote there. There's a 50 for about 2 minutes, but apparently went over the character limit, so he had to delete it. There's better darts from Nooch. 85, so much better first 9 here now. Jules Echo says, Crim, what would you know about missing double? Oh, never mind. There's a 30. Hey, I did play a practice match against Author today, and I went 0 for 27. So, there's that. There's a nice ton. Nooch looks like he's getting the rhythm back, throwing with confidence again here, and he's out to another huge lead. Been an interesting 501 with these two guys so far. Not really super competitive legs. Very one-sided each way for the most part. And Nooch going to try to set up well for a finish here. Oh, just next door on that cover. But still 52. I mean, puts him on and out. No threat yet from Train. Toaster booing Pepe's leg win. I share that sentiment with you, Toaster. 58 from Train, still not on a finish. Nooch 146. It's going to be off. Well, just 30 scored, so Nooch will have a crack at 116. We'll see if he does the math correctly. That might be... It might be a 120 from Train. It's actually only 80 scored. Nooch 116.
Golly.
Oh, man. Next door for him now. So, looks like 42 to leave him on 74. He will return. But Train going to put some pressure on. Looks like 88. Sorry, yeah, 78 for Train. Nooch requires 74. Oh, Rascal. Oh, Rascal saying no again. Not very giving during the holidays is Rascal. Train 104.
Oh.
Okay, so 30 scored. Well, Nooch is going to find it anyway, so it doesn't matter. Game shot in the leg to the Nooch. I think Train did his math wrong again, but it doesn't matter. Rascal says yes to the Nooch. He'll take it out 3-2. I'm just going to ignore that turn from Train. I think he was on 26 left. Yeah, he's got the darts. Game on. Yeah, Jules Echo saying Train scored 78, not 88. So.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. So Train is making a push for fail of the week right here. There's a 41. I guess I should throw some eye rolls in there. I was like, wait, normally from 104 you need 64 scored. So I was like, he has 56, and then he didn't stay there. And I'm like, wait, but then he hit double 15 by accident. Like, what is happening? There's a 21 from Train. Jules Echo suggests that Train listens to Counting with Crim. There's a ton. Train normally good at the math. He's just going full Dilly tonight and being off by 10. That's what, Dilly always says to me. I'm like, Dilly, you miscounted. He goes, well, I was just off by 10. I mean, there's a big difference. You can't just be off by 10 and be like, it's good enough. 41 there from Train. Well, Nooch is starting to find his scoring again. He doesn't care about the maths right now. 121 from the Nooch as he's back in the treble. Now it's Train's turn to try to shake off ghosts of bad maths past. There's a 67 for Train this time. Bud the Chud leveled the Pepe match at 1 and is off to a ton start in the 501 portion. 60 scored from the Nooch there. Looks like Triple T took the first leg against Doughboy. Solid 2.4 from Triple T. And I think that is in the 19. So, yeah, 59 there from Train, but Nooch looking to get to a finish. $58. I like the switch there to the 18 when he had the 20s blocked. See if Train can find big darts. He won't be able to threaten too much yet. Just 47 there from Train. Nooch requires 136.
Golly.
Again, into the 5 when he doesn't want to be. 44 there from Nooch to set up 92. How much pressure will he be under? Well, 41 from Train. Nooch requires 92.
Oh, man.
Well, he'll be back, so good setup there to leave himself on a double. Train with another chance to pressure, and again, looking like he will.
Okay, I gotta stop here for a second and do the math.
Looks like 128 there for the Train. Thought he might have just pounded in the max. But he does put pressure on for Nooch, looking for tops. He's going to find it on the second dart. Game shot in the leg. To the Nooch. Tops he wants. Tops he gets. Oh, Train had a chance to go for the max to leave 4. Didn't want to do it. Went with the proper math route, and Nooch took it out anyway. Nooch now up 4-2 with the darts. Game on. The chat wanting the max sweat. There's a ton from Nooch for the bonus point. And a ton to start for Train. So great start here for both players now. Bud the Chud goes up 2-1 with a nice leg in that first leg. Back in the treble is the Nooch for another 66. Looks like his favorite score today. Train's back in the treble too. That might be 125 for him. Oh, it's just 85. But again, a great start for both. And now, these players showing why they are the class of the FODL. 85 to respond from the Nooch, off to another great first 9. But Train this time is right there with him. And again in the treble. Oh, no hesitation this time. But he still only finds a 140 just high with that third dart. But a great start for Train. Nooch going to find 48, 2 darts on the wire there on the covers. And Train looks to be the first to be on a finish. And he will be. He's in the lipstick again. Oh, finds treble 2, I think, on that third. So it looks like a 71 scored. Nooch at 202. He's going to pressure.
Golly.
Great darts from both in this leg. 81 from Nooch. Puts pressure on the 105 from Train. Tops.
Yep.
And he's going to find it. Game shot and the leg to the Train. He counted it correctly for 105, and it's a 15 darter. 2-2. For the Train. Huge finish there. Fantastic leg. You see him coming in, counting the fingers. Where's the abacus? Those darts added up to 105, and it's a big finish for Train with the darts now. Game on. Great darts there from the Train. 15 dart leg. That puts him in line for a bonus point, and it's a big steal in a leg where both players were throwing really high quality darts. 60 there from Train. I mean, Nooch was sitting on 1-2-1 after 15 of his own, poised for a potential 18 darter. There's a 45 from Nooch. Ah, crap, I forgot to record all the bonus points today.
Yuck.
As that's just a 50 from Train, so maybe a little amped up still after that last leg. And there's a nice 1-2-1 from the Nooch. Huge darts for him. I blink for 1 second, look away for a second, and I just see massive darts on my screen. There's a 45 for Train. I know Barboy took out a big finish. I think it was a 98 for him. There's a 60 there from Nooch. DeGrub said he must have added 10 in his head first before he checked out 105. There's just a 26, unfortunate, with 2 in the treble, 1 for Train. Nooch going to go right next door with his first start as well. Oh, gosh, 2 next door for Nooch. So it looks like just 37 for him. Nice third dart there from Train. Looks like a ton. Snuck it in there somehow. By the way, Pepe has leveled 2-2. Bud the Chud, though, averaging 69. Nice. That might be another 36. No, it isn't to the 18, so 53 there for Nooch. So both players, again, flirting with finishing range. And there's a good 60 from the train, so he'll be on a finish. Nooch, though, should be on one as well. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
wanted a piece of the bull on the third. I like the thought. Still 93 scored. Solid setup from Nooch. Train 160, and it's off. And only 28 for Train, so not able to pressure the 92 from Nooch. Double 16. Pop! Pop! Game shot and the leg to the Nooch. 92 into treble 20, double 16. A brilliant finish from the Nooch. Right back on the Train. And Nooch has the darts here. Starting off the final leg up 5-3. Game on. Great shot from the Nooch. Pop, pop. Like it was nothing. We've now seen brilliant finishing from both players. And a nice 96. Good cover shooting there from the Nooch as well. Back-to-back. Great finishes. That's FODL A darts, ladies and gentlemen. You get underneath 120 and finishes are going to happen. There's an 85 from Train. That's just about a perfect first start for Nooch. He's going to find his same 66, I think, for the 5th time. He has found 66, and almost every time it's been the worst way, where you hit the treble first. As that might be 80 from the Train, and it is. Pepe goes up 3-2 now, by the way, over Bud the Chud. Big darts there from Nooch, 135. Nearly finding a max there. And again, fantastic first 9 from the Nooch. The quality of play in the last 4 legs has stepped up dramatically after the weird start. There's a 60 from Train. Nooch in there again, but the second dart yanked again. But still 84. He'll be looking to try to finish Shanghai to match the 15 darter of the Train. Train going to need a 140 or better to pressure. He's not going to find that.
Yuck.
And it's just a breakfast. In fact, Nooch Shanghai 120. It's on. And he's going to find it. Game shot on the leg to the Nooch. A 120 out for his own 15 darter. Unbelievable finishing. Incredible Shanghai 20s from the Nooch. Wow. What a way to finish that matchup. A 120 out. Just like that. Train thought he had a bonus. Nooch says, nope. I'll take a 120. Ties up the 15 darter as well. Incredible last 3 legs from these two gentlemen. Oh my goodness. Just ridiculous. That was one of the weirdest matches I've ever been a part of myself. As just weird. Let's just we'll start with the Train here. So Train, I kind of mentioned it in the pregame. Coming in, you probably were looking to get at least 3 to really kind of secure your positioning, and you were able to find 3. And after we ended up seeing Lasercat get whitewashed anyway by Raj, probably didn't even need 3. But let's talk about the beginning of the match for you, Train, because you got off to a very sluggish start in cricket. What was going on early in the match for you?
Well, I know his numbers in cricket, and honestly, I don't practice it that much, but usually I can hit a treble here or there. So when he was hitting a treble every turn, not much you can do about that. The second leg of cricket was 4.0 something. I was at a 1.8. I was just all over the board. I couldn't hit a treble, and that kind of continued into the 501 game for the first 2 legs too. So yeah, I hate cricket.
Well, especially when you're playing the Nooch, it's not a lot of fun when, no. I mean, just one thing Nooch does in cricket I always see constant pressure on the opponent, forcing you to change your target a lot. It's just really hard to deal with that. But you did get off to that slow 501 start as well. Looked to be struggling, but then for the second half of the match, you seemed to find your darts. So first talk about what happened between the first really like 4 legs and the last 5 legs of the match. Was there like a switch mentally, or did you just relax? What changed? Because all of a sudden you went from not the best train to, oh, there's the best train that we've seen again.
It's all confidence. You hit that one double, and I was screwing up the math. I'm sure that's your next question. But, my math wasn't there, and I could hear you guys saying the chat was blowing up, and I'm like, oh, perfect. The old crim eye roll counter guy on my match. So, I just the cricket, just shitting the bed there, kind of continued in a 501 for the first 2 legs. After I was, finally hit a double, a little bit of confidence kind of gave me a little boost, and I figured, just need to get a couple legs on this guy, and so I'm glad I made some big checkouts because he was as well.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely, and I am going to ask about the math. You can't escape that question there. Back-to-back legs, just, I mean, and uncharacteristic blunders for you as well. So not like something that we've typically seen, just brain farts, it seemed. I mean, what was going on? Were you just thinking about it too much, like putting pressure on to try to do correct math? Because it was me.
Honestly,
like, what was happening?
On my daughter, she walked downstairs in the middle of, I hit a 60. I think right around that time I was doing the math, and I looked over and she's talking to me, and I'm like, what the? I looked over at the board. I'm like, okay. Hit 10 and go for, I can't remember what it was, 16 or something like that. Missed it anyway, and then Nooch ended up taking it out. But yeah, I blame that one on her, and then the rest is I started drinking fairly early in the and I don't know. My brain power, it's a little sluggish right now.
Well, certainly understandable. You're going to finish off your season with the Surgeon. It seems like, based on the standings, you'll most likely be safe from relegation, and probably with very little chance of making the playoffs, just to be real as well. So you just have kind of a chance to play spoiler there to finish up your season on a positive note. What are you looking forward to against the Surgeon?
I just want to make sure I have just enough legs to get past, like you said, Laser, I think, or Author, and just to stay in A. Not like I've won a lot of games this season, and probably won't win too many games next season. But it's just it's a great group of guys, and I feel like every time I lose, I'm gaining some experience and some knowledge. So I kind of want to stay in A, but if I make it into the playoffs and the relegation playoffs, then so be it.
Well, I think you'll probably be safe. Train some up and down darts, some entertaining finish attempts, and some great darts from me as well with the solid 15 darter in there also. So Train, good luck wrapping up your season here and avoiding those playoffs. And if I don't talk to you, have a great holiday.
Cheers. Merry Christmas and great game, Nooch.
Thanks, Train. Same to you. Nice 10. What was it? 10 something.
105, I think. Yeah, 105. Yep.
Oh, I'm glad I didn't screw the math up.
I was hoping you were gonna a little bit. Let's go over now to the Nooch. So Nooch was also kind of an interesting match for you. You came out just blitzing. Cricket was fantastic. First leg of 501, great scoring, and then couldn't find the double. Let's talk about cricket first. It seems to be your forte. You've been one of the better cricket players in the FODL for the last couple seasons. What is it about cricket that seems to fit your game really well?
Maybe it's just that I played a lot of cricket 20 years ago. That kind of the first time I played darts. That was back in the days where anybody in the U.S. played was cricket. Maybe it's from that. I feel like the first session I played with FODL, the first season, wasn't all that great at cricket, and I had to work at it a little bit. So I like to think that the time I put in working on it, kind of that season, maybe I was in B, paid off. I mean, I'd like that to be the explanation anyway.
Well, it's certainly been working out for you. The 4.0 was brilliant. Let's talk about what happened after that second half of the first leg of 501, because you seemed to be just locked in, couldn't find the double all of a sudden, and then it seemed to kind of carry over into the next couple of legs. Did you lose a little bit there? Did you get a little frustrated? But then you were able to find it back. So what happened for you to able to recover at the end of the match?
Definitely frustrated, but it's just because I've been sort of going down this exploratory pathway for the last handful of weeks now. I kind of came across some ideas that I thought were going to be good to get to the next level, which is like obligatory to try to do these days, especially in A. I mean, but I think the same applies to every division. You know, if you think you have an idea that's going to kind of get you to the next step, you have to pursue that, whether it's sort of mid-season or playoffs or anything else. So I came across one of those ideas several weeks ago, and I've been working with it kind of ever since, and kind of the way it does. You know, one step leads to the next idea, it leads to the next little adjustment to make it all settle in and come together. And I feel like I'm far enough down that pathway that I haven't got to the end of it yet. Like I see glimpses of it, like in like in the cricket today. I feel like those felt a little bit better, and that is a good indication, hopefully, that I'm on the right path. But I'm not there all the way yet. But I'm too far to turn around and go back. It's just kind of what I got, and it's just it feels so much on the edge. It feels a lot like those 66s, right? One dart will feel great, and then the very next dart will feel awful and miss left, and the next one will feel awful in a completely different way and miss on the other side. So it's all kind of topsy-turvy, ups and downs. I never really know what I'm going to get one leg to the next. And like I said, I feel like there's enough indication that it's worth continuing this direction. I'm kind of in it deep enough. I don't really have much choice anyway. So hopefully it gets sorted out before the playoffs is all I can really hope for. But in the meantime, this sort of up and down business, I feel like I have no control over it. It just kind of does what it wants.
I feel like you literally just spoke to my inner soul over the last year of what I've been going through myself. And I know exactly what you're saying when you're almost to that point where it's second nature, but you still kind of have to think just that little bit about like what you're trying to work on, and it can just kind of all of a sudden come out and affect you, and it's just not quite natural yet, but it's obviously been paying off. Brilliant 120 finish for the 15 darter. So when things are going well, they're going very well for you. You're going to finish up the season here with the Rascal. Unlikely that you're able to crack the top two probably in the standings just based on what King Raj and Left Hand are doing, but still a fight for you to maintain that third position and just, of course, head to the playoffs on a positive note. What are you looking forward to in that last match to finish up your FODL A season?
Honestly, I hadn't really thought about it until you said it before the match that it makes a big difference, I guess, in your 3 or 4. Basically, it determines whether you're on the pathway to meet Hooligan first.
Yeah, if you finish in that 3 spot, you'll most likely be on the Raj path. If you finish in the 4 spot, you would be on the Hooligan path. So you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. But, if you have a preference, you can try to gauge it.
If I could choose, I'd maybe stay away from Hooligan. But so I guess I got to maybe look and see how many wags. I don't know. Either way, I'm just going to be looking to throw as many good darts as I can and hope that the legs get me to third, maybe. But it's hard to really plan for too much. I feel like all I can do is just kind of keep on keeping on and hope that things come together in time, whether it's to make the playoffs or whether it's to face Hooligan in the playoffs or Raj in the playoffs or whatever happens. I feel like mostly I've just got to focus on what I'm trying to do and just stay the course and see if I can get there, really.
Well, I think, again, you're on the right track. Certainly been looking a lot better. And when those darts are good, they are very good. Again, Nooch, good luck finishing up the season. Good luck in the playoffs for you as well. And if I don't talk to you next week for whatever reason, hope you have a happy and safe holiday to you.
Thanks a lot, man. Same to you.